Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The atmosphere around the Los Angeles Dodgers has suddenly turned electric, but not in the way fans were hoping. What began as quiet whispers behind clubhouse doors has now erupted into a full-blown storm of speculation, tension, and rumored conflict involving two of baseball's biggest names. According to circulating reports, Freddie Freeman, a respected leader and cornerstone of the team, allegedly reached a breaking point and expressed strong frustration over Shohei Ohtani's presence within the organization. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders claim the tone was intense, emotional, and far from diplomatic. The idea that Freeman, known for his professionalism and composure, would publicly or even privately reject a player of Ohtani's caliber has left fans stunned and analysts scrambling for answers. This isn't just about personalities clashing. It's about identity, hierarchy, and what happens when two massive forces collide under one clubhouse roof. The Dodgers were expected to be a powerhouse fueled by unity and ambition. Yet now, questions are emerging about whether that vision is cracking from within. As speculation grows louder, the baseball world is watching closely, wondering how deep this alleged rift truly goes. What makes this rumor even more explosive is the stark contrast between the reputations of the two players involved. Freddie Freeman has long been seen as the embodiment of consistency, leadership, and quiet excellence. He is the type of player who leads by example, who commands respect without needing to raise his voice. Shohei Ohtani, on the other hand, represents something almost mythical in modern baseball, a once-in-a-generation talent capable of dominating both on the mound and at the plate. Bringing Ohtani into any team is not just a roster move. It is a cultural shift, a transformation of expectations and dynamics. According to insiders, that shift may not have sat well with everyone, particularly with someone who already held a central leadership role. The speculation suggests that Freeman may feel overshadowed, or perhaps that the team's balance has been disrupted in ways that are not immediately visible to fans. Whether it is about playing time, clubhouse influence, or simply differing approaches to the game, the rumored tension hints at deeper issues that go far beyond performance on the field. As the story continues to gain traction, fans have started dissecting every interaction, every gesture, and every moment between the two stars. Social media has become a breeding ground for theories, with clips being analyzed frame by frame in search of hidden signs of discord. Did Freeman avoid eye contact during a recent dugout moment? Was there a lack of celebration after a key play involving Ohtani? These small details, which might normally go unnoticed, are now being magnified under the lens of speculation. Some believe that this is simply the natural friction that comes with high expectations and strong personalities, while others fear that it could signal a more serious divide within the team. The Dodgers, known for their structured and disciplined environment, suddenly find themselves at the center of a narrative that feels chaotic and unpredictable. The idea that internal conflict could derail a season filled with promise is something that fans are struggling to process. Yet the rumors refuse to fade. Adding another layer to this unfolding drama is the role of the media and how quickly narratives can spiral out of control. A single quote, whether taken out of context or not, can ignite a wildfire of speculation that spreads far beyond its original source. In this case, the alleged statement attributed to Freeman has been repeated, reinterpreted, and amplified across countless platforms. Each retelling seems to add a new twist, a new level of intensity, making it increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. Some analysts caution against jumping to conclusions, reminding everyone that clubhouse conversations are often private and complex. Others argue that where there is smoke, there is usually some form of fire. The truth may lie somewhere in between, but the damage to the team's image could already be taking shape. The Dodgers are no longer just being discussed for their performance. They're being scrutinized for their internal chemistry, and that shift in focus can have lasting consequences. From a strategic perspective, The situation raises important questions about team construction and the challenges of integrating superstar talent. On paper, adding a player like Ohtani should elevate any roster to new heights, but baseball is not played on paper. It is played in a clubhouse filled with personalities, egos, and human emotions. If the rumors are even partially true, it suggests that the Dodgers may have underestimated the complexity of blending such high-profile figures into a cohesive unit. Freeman's alleged frustration could be a reflection of broader concerns within the team, concerns that have yet to surface publicly. It also highlights the delicate balance that organizations must maintain when pursuing greatness. Talent alone is not enough. There must also be harmony, trust, and a shared vision. Without those elements, even the most promising roster can face unexpected challenges. As the first wave of speculation continues to ripple through the baseball world, one thing is certain: this story is far from over. Whether the rumors are eventually confirmed, denied, or simply fade away, the impact has already been felt. Fans are questioning, analysts are debating, and the spotlight on the Dodgers has never been brighter. The idea that a team with such immense potential could be dealing with internal conflict adds a layer of intrigue that is impossible to ignore. For now, all eyes remain on Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani, two extraordinary talents whose rumored clash has captured the attention of an entire sport. The coming days and weeks may bring clarity, or they may deepen the mystery. But either way, this is a narrative that has already left its mark. As the situation continues to evolve, whispers from inside the organization suggest that the tension may not be limited to just one moment or one alleged statement. There are indications that the relationship between Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani has been complicated from the very beginning, shaped by subtle differences in personality, preparation, and presence within the clubhouse. Freeman, a veteran who has built his career on routine and structure, may have found it difficult to adjust to the unique rhythm that comes with Ohtani's dual role as both a hitter and a pitcher. That role demands special attention, specialized training, and a level of focus that naturally draws attention from coaches and teammates alike. Some insiders believe that this dynamic may have unintentionally created a sense of imbalance, where one player's needs appeared to take precedence over the collective. Whether that perception is accurate or not, it adds another layer to the ongoing speculation and helps explain why tensions might have reached a boiling point. There is also the question of leadership, a factor that often goes unnoticed until it becomes a source of friction. Freddie Freeman has long been seen as one of the emotional anchors of the team, a player whose voice carries weight in the locker room. The arrival of Shohei Ohtani, however, brings a different kind of influence, one that is less vocal but equally powerful. Ohtani's presence alone can shift the energy of a team, attracting attention from media, fans, and even teammates who are in awe of his abilities. This kind of influence does not necessarily clash with traditional leadership, but it can create overlapping spheres of authority. If Freeman felt that his role was being diminished, or that the team's identity was shifting away from what he helped build, it could explain the intensity of the rumored reaction. Leadership is not just about performance. It is about perception, respect, and the ability to unify a group under a common purpose. Another aspect fueling the rumor mill is the performance pressure that comes with high expectations. When a team assembles a roster filled with elite talent, the margin for error becomes incredibly small. Every game, every at-bat, every decision is scrutinized at a higher level. In such an environment, even minor frustrations can quickly escalate into larger issues. If Freeman and Ohtani experience moments where their approaches or decisions did not align, those moments could have been magnified by the pressure surrounding them. Teammates might begin to take sides, even unintentionally, and the cohesion that once defined the team could start to erode. The Dodgers are no strangers to expectations, but this particular combination of talent brings a unique kind of intensity that few teams have ever had to navigate. It is within this pressure cooker that rumors like these are born and given life. Fans, meanwhile, find themselves caught between admiration and unsure of how to interpret the unfolding narrative. On one hand, They want to believe that their team is strong enough to overcome any internal challenges. On the other hand, the idea of conflict between two of their biggest stars is difficult to ignore. Online discussions have become increasingly polarized, with some defending Freeman's alleged stance as a reflection of leadership and accountability, while others view it as a potential overreaction to a situation that could have been handled privately. The presence of Shohei Ohtani, a global icon, adds an international dimension to the conversation, drawing attention from fans around the world. This is no longer just a local story. It is a global spectacle, and that amplifies every detail, every rumor, and every perceived slight. Within the organization, there is likely a strong effort to contain the situation and prevent it from spiraling further. Teams at this level understand the importance of maintaining a unified front, especially when faced with external scrutiny. Coaches, executives, and veteran players all play a role in managing dynamics and ensuring that personal differences do not interfere with collective goals. If the rumors hold any truth, it is almost certain that conversations are happening behind closed doors, aimed at resolving tensions and restoring balance. The challenge lies in addressing the issue without allowing it to become a distraction that affects performance. This is where leadership, both on and off the field, becomes critical. The ability to navigate conflict and turn it into a source of growth can define the trajectory of a season. Ultimately, what makes this story so compelling is the uncertainty that surrounds it. There are no clear answers, only fragments of information and a growing sense of intrigue. Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani are both professionals at the highest level, individuals who understand the demands of the game and the importance of teamwork. Whether this rumored clash is a fleeting moment of frustration or a sign of deeper issues remains to be seen. What is certain, however, is that the narrative has captured the imagination of fans and added an unexpected layer of drama to an already fascinating season. As the situation continues to unfold, the baseball world will be watching closely, waiting to see whether this rumored conflict becomes a defining chapter or simply a footnote in the story of a team with extraordinary potential. As the speculation refuses to cool down, new layers of interpretation continue to emerge, each one adding more intrigue to what may be happening behind the scenes. Some voices close to the situation suggest that this is not necessarily about personal dislike, but rather about philosophy, about how the game should be approached at the highest level. Freddie Freeman has always represented a more traditional mindset, built on rhythm, consistency, and a certain emotional steadiness that defines long-term success. Shohei Ohtani, however, breaks every traditional mold, redefining what it means to be a modern baseball player. This contrast alone can create subtle friction, not out of hostility, but out of difference. When two players see the game through slightly different lenses, even small disagreements can feel magnified in a high-pressure environment. The rumored statement, intense as it sounds, might have been the result of accumulated frustration rather than a single explosive moment, a buildup of perspectives that never fully aligned. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. There is also growing curiosity about how teammates are reacting to all of this, even if they have remained publicly silent. In situations like these, the clubhouse becomes a delicate ecosystem, where every player is aware of the tension but unsure of how to address it. Some may choose to stay neutral, focusing solely on their own performance, while others might quietly gravitate toward one side or the other. This does not necessarily create open division, but it can subtly affect communication, trust, and overall chemistry. The Dodgers, known for their depth and cohesion, could find themselves navigating unfamiliar territory if these dynamics continue to evolve. It is often said that championships are not won by talent alone, but by unity, and any disruption to that unity, no matter how small, can have ripple effects that extend far beyond what fans can see on the surface. At the same time, there are those who believe that this entire situation could be blown out of proportion, a classic example of how modern sports narratives can take on a life of their own. In an era where every word, every gesture, and every rumor is amplified instantly, it becomes increasingly difficult to separate reality from perception. Freddie Freeman may never have intended for his alleged words to carry such weight, assuming they were even spoken in the way they are being reported. Shohei Ohtani, known for his reserved and focused demeanor, has given no indication publicly that anything is wrong. This silence, however, only fuels the speculation further, as fans and analysts attempt to read between the lines. Sometimes, the absence of confirmation becomes its own kind of confirmation in the eyes of the public, creating a cycle that is hard to break. What cannot be denied is that this narrative has added a layer of emotional tension to every moment involving these two players. Every shared frame, every dugout interaction, every on-field collaboration is now viewed through a different lens. The natural flow of the game is interrupted by the constant question of whether something deeper is happening beneath the surface. For the players themselves, this can be an added burden, one that requires mental resilience and focus to overcome. Professional athletes are accustomed to pressure, but this kind of speculation introduces a different challenge, one that is less about performance and more about perception. Managing that perception becomes part of the game, whether they like it or not, and how they handle it could shape not only their relationship, but also the narrative that defines this period of their careers. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.